one step closer to the grand finals and playing for $6,000. They will be awaiting the winner of Sentinels versus Gen G. That is going to be taking place after this matchup is complete. Lots of Valorant going on this weekend, as a matter of fact. We also have the Ignition series for Vitality for the EMEA region going down. That's been pretty fun watching G2 play. I think I may have changed my tune. I think G2 might be the best team in the world, but, you know, that's a conversation for another day. Maybe we'll get there eventually where we can actually all be in the same place playing video games together. That looks like it's going to be pretty far out. That said, though, let's look at this matchup with a microscope here. Balla attacking side starting for Together We Are Terrific. Pressure is certainly going to be on this team.
One thing that's good off the bat is a little bit more standard of a comp. We got a mirror matchup. The two duelists is Raze and Jet. And then we have basically the core of Sage, Cypher, and Omen for the smokes, which is what we've been seeing on this map from everybody. I think that's basically been the standard. A good setup here from Tenz. And on the other side, Vice holding the camera for them, but no approach towards B main. They started to get the orb, and they did get that, but then back up a little bit. It might be a split, just a wall down on ropes, and now they're all going to approach towards B main. And there's actually nobody here to really hear what's going on in that region. So that isn't necessarily something that will push them anywhere. They have 3 people on this B main approach.
But it's going to slow them down if they try and rotate through ramps, but or ropes. They need to go fast here. Tenz is going to be anticipating this one in the back. Does manage to get the kill against mummAy. Smoke is going to be out, but the players are going to be through. Shinobi gets 2 kills. In the back, though, Tenz, is he not good for it, actually? But Calypso, he was good for some damage. 10 HP left for Calypso. No, they did not see him go through B garage right as that dark cover dissipated.
Like this play, he's gonna actually come and try to flank them. Raze might even back off and go back towards A. Yes, Kaboose is going to be doing just that. Finally, he looks around this corner. If he can get this kill, no, Mitch will shut him right down. A good attempt, but not enough time, because as they basically waited, they're like, okay, if he's not peeking, he's not here, right? And then they turn around, they decide these are the spots you can come to. Maybe he dashed all the way down in towards A through T-spawn, but that's what Kaboose was covering. Well done there, and that is a pistol round setup that actually works out. You saw on Ascent the attempt that they tried to do, which was that setup in Wine with Kaboose, where they ended up missing the shots. Too close range. Here, they had 3 people on B main, a crossfire, not only on the site as they get all up there, but then also Shinobi on top of the box, where they bait everybody into him so he can get free shots on people with their backs turned. Well done from C9.
Yeah, they play around each other so incredibly well. I think they also did get the note too, right? The orb was grabbed. They used the C4 to destroy the tripwire, so the utility was destroyed. If they had that free reign, that opening to go for it, nothing would theoretically slow them down. It was just a smart read on their end. Both teams, it really came down to the wire, and a few shots going in certain directions could have been a different story. That said, the story now this round has been a takeover for mid. mummAy has denied this. He can actually updraft over this and hit him with the right click of the classic, but they're just going to focus more on destroying the wall. Still going to be all stacked here by sight. And then Tenz popping up behind him with the judge again. I mean, that pesky shotgun always playing spoiler to Together We Are Terrific. Mitch around the corner does locate one shot. And now they're going to look to just jump on top of B. They will have this judge, but Vice will get the better of him. Vice with 3, and that is going to end their approach here.
No charge.
It is a given, considering how they managed to get some kills and some guns out of the hands of their opponents, but ultimately, though, they had the anti-eco lockdown. They did the best they could with the bad situation.
And I like what C9 is actually doing here on defense. 2 players on A. Tenz kind of floating a little bit back and forth, but they end up with 3 players over towards B, giving up the heaven a little bit, and having the players down below on the B sites assist with flashes from Shinobi. And the camera from Vice to spot out and make it so that the player watching that heaven has a lot of work. Tenz is going to sneak in. He has a judge again on the first gun round. Catch somebody unawares. And we have Shinobi also with the possible paranoia on the setup as soon as they hear Relyks, though, on a main. We'll get the first one, and also huge damage with the satchel right on the face of Calypso. Gonna get the orb and back off Also, cue them to come all the way back over here. So Tenz is not going to get anything in mid. And it's going to be a hold for A for the two players who just did a little bit of damage to start things off.
Watch out for Kaboose and the rocket. Could actually try to invest this. Get the early kill. Oh, Relyks, though. Pokes around this corner, and he will locate the entirety of this team all stacked together. He just has a Spectre, but there goes the rocket that's out now. Gary's going to be out there. Mitch gets 2, so that's already going to be working out for him. Oh, and the bomb blows up behind him. I said watch out for the child, and the child will find his mark. And then Relyks up top gets the kill, and that was a thing of beauty, really, across the board from Cloud9. Mitch with the 2 kills, and then Relyks in heaven doing everything he can. And the boom bot. You never expect the flanking boom bot.
That was just like awkward timing for both teams because Relyks was just kind of throwing it out so that he could, you know, scout and then he could peek with Mitch, who was playing down on the site. But it worked out. After he shot the boom bot out, yeah, it got damage on both of them. After he put that boom bot out, Mitch, who had the contact, and Relyks was originally going to swing on that, but he couldn't anymore because the position was known, so they were going to be aiming at him, but it worked out because Mitch is going to be able to have the contact take both. And the third round for Cloud9. Mitch has the op now. They're going to push quickly into heaven, but a smoke down will give him the space to back up.
Just look at the protection that Mitch is being given, right? He has the op, and you're not going to play the wall so far into mid. They'd much rather just play for the angle, and even though Mitch doesn't nail that shot, wait a minute. Tenz, yes, he does. Tenz with 2 kills again. Right in the ropes, and then just dashes on out of there. But they just do a brilliant job of protecting each other.
Backs up and gets the heal too from Mitch. Here's Shinobi back on that box. He'll get 2. Vice will swing from the corner down below as well. Now I'm seeing setups being played from Cloud9 that are getting these crossfires so well done. And Tenz is just having free reign to do basically whatever he wants. Kind of the unexpected that say they were terrific is like, oh, okay, I guess you could just peek fence there, and we got to be ready for it.
Tenz is really playing that agitating roamer around the map wherever he wants. He'll go to rope room. He'll pop up on B site. Like he's moving all around. They're giving him free reign. This is similar to what TSM does for Wardell, right? Except the difference here is that Tenz likes to play really aggressive with that judge, and then he'll bust out the op from time to time. Another though formidable jet is mummAy, who ends up getting a big kill against Relyks. Man advantage, something that they desperately needed. Relyks also had a rocket to work with, so does not get to stop the show today.
Get the early entry, but they're not able to capitalize on the fact that Tenz had already rotated out. Now they're back here. They've got 3 players towards A. Mitch will back up again towards B. This one's a little bit different. 2 players on each site. Oh, Shinobi getting the info peek, though. Finesse is still here. He's going to be able to take out Shinobi? Probably, yes. And that's the cue. They're going to dash through ropes. Tenz has to get his way all the way back. He's going to play the screens. I believe he has an operator based on the way he's playing. No, it's just a phantom, and he'll take out Finesse. Now the rest of them coming up through ropes, and I think Tenz knows that. He's going to try to spot him. No. Too aggressive. What? How? How is this possible? How are you getting 1 more kill where you should have been dead every single time? As soon as he peeks that corner with 3 of them looking there, he should have been dead. But Tenz, for some reason, is able to find a way to survive.
That was just a beautiful reactive cloudburst there. Cloudburst is great for, you know, like an approach, you want to block vision, but even in those instances too, like Tenz has such great command of this agent that is his confidence to be able to go into a sea of bullets. All right, so Vice, there's an op right in front of him. He should be clear from this.
Yeah, he's gonna just wait till they rotate, grab it, and go out.
Yep, he's good to go. So they got an op back, but damn, dude, Tenz is insane. Even with Terrific winning that round, I'm still just blown away. Oh, an eco res too. All right, just still blown away by what he's able to do. Crazy. All right, well, now we move on here to next round of play. Maybe Terrific can start ball up putting this together, getting some round wins, right? They need some more success. It has been a struggle for these guys.
Yeah, the early pick worked dividends for them, even though they weren't able to quickly get on the site with no information. Obviously, they didn't have the information that we have. But now Cloud9 kind of switches things up, peeking mid pretty aggressively here for Mitch. 3 players now. Does not want to re-peek this, but if you can grab this, wall it up, and then back off, that would be really nice. We also have Shinobi playing with him, a crossfire up in the B towers that we haven't seen before. So Kush catch, Terrific unawares. They've got to find a pick. There's a flash for him to peek. Information gathered a little bit as they start to fire out. Relyks, though, goes down on ropes. Nice pick. That's the man advantage they need to make these work. But mummAy is going to fall and basically return that right back up to Vice. Mitch as well. This is what I was talking about. The crossfire and the double play from Shinobi and Mitch. Now they have to dash on the B side, but everybody's here. Vice will get one. Almost go down to the bots. But still get some damage on Calypso too. And another one. He actually possibly could make this work though. 1 versus 4.
Oh, he's gonna get
6 HP and there's a showstopper. GG.
Yeah, he dead. He dead. There really wasn't much he could do there, man. 6 HP, he had the spike, everyone knew where he was. A rocket launcher just jettisoned over his way. That is a struggle.
The switch up, man, it worked so perfectly there in B Heaven.
Yeah, B Heaven, I'm glad that we've been watching Mitch a lot because that B Heaven and mid play, it's so important for Split. You always hear people talk about it, right? Split is all about taking mid control and then deciding where you want to go from there and so on and so forth. But the way that Cloud9 are playing this, that has been the fun part to watch. It is truly just been a masterclass for Mitch. And then he's moving around the map too. Like they don't necessarily need to have someone up there the whole time. Just the fact that the fear has been put on them that they have to play this slow because of Mitch's angles. That's
the fear too. You just saw him waste an entire barrier orb to try to peek into that. Now they realize that there's nothing there as Shinobi smokes it out for them to play a little bit more passive. I like this. Taking control, yes. mummAy onto Relyks. Taking control of the A ramps. At least pushing forward with a cyber cage so that they can play that angle. Vice though up in B towers is going to get 1, cage it off and try to back off. He gets 2. And that's perfect. Tenz alone by himself in the sights. He's going to wait on this. Grab 1. Behind this again with a cloud burst, but mummAy will find him. A 2 versus 2. Shinobi's in the sight though from the shadows. And it doesn't work. mummAy with the 3K. Mitch now has to make it work in a 1 versus 2. He saw the dash over from mummAy. Going to drop down.
Good trade to back each other up there. Together we're terrific. Really needed a win here. Every round has been counting for them, more so than it has been, I feel like, for Cloud9, because it has been a struggle each time. It comes down to the wire. Trade outs and split decisions. And mummAy has been the difference maker for Terrific as well. He's gotten a lot of first bloods for this team. They just need to start playing around this a little bit more often, and that is what they did in that last round.
I think they need to go right back to that. Throw that cyber cage over. Try to cross in Relyks POV. And Tenz is over there too. A double.
My word. Okay, well, hey, you know that conversation we had about them playing off of the first bloods and the momentum, and that's done. That's done. At least for this round, that's done. Maybe mummAy can try and bring this one back, salvage it from the wreckage of the start.
There.
Speechless.
They're gonna get spiked down, yeah. It's crazy, dude.
Down. And they do have the spike down now, but how to work from here. Akis still on the big flank in Rogues. He has some space to work with. 3 gonna come through spawn. Paranoia will blind finesse for the time being, but he's gonna recover from that. Yeah, satchel through. Vice will peek it afterwards. mummAy has to get this, and then we even had Akis go all the way back through mid down to ramps. The spike is planted in the bad side for him. He's going to just grab the op and get out of there again, which we've already seen, unfortunately. 6-2 now, and after they found some momentum, Mitch shuts that right down. An aggressive peek through B main, which they have not done yet. They have been giving Terrific that orb control in B main, which they've been going for every single time. And then he makes him pay. All of a sudden, peeks through a double kill, which will absolutely wreck the mentality in the Discord for Terrific.
As it should, man. That is just frustrating. One bullet, 2 kills. After you're trying to mount a comeback in this, that hurts. That stings the nostrils. Anyway. mummAy now going to back up again. He has been difference maker for this team. Lots of first bloods that he's been able to get for them. It's going to happen this time around. A full save. And there's mummAy with the first blood. All right, you can work around that. Gun's going to be down. They can actually use that weapon if they can actually get to it. But they're going to take their time here. Wisely enough, because they do not have the weapons to try and force this one out on a site as 3 players from C9 rotate around. mummAy's looking around, but he gets picked off by Vice. Headshot as he holds true on the aim. Another player's going to be there too. He knows that 2's going to be located, and he's good for 2 every time, Vice. He's good for 2 every time, just like it was in that last round. Make that 3, make that 4. Let's go, Vice. The reason why I'm so big on Vice, they didn't have him in the T1 Nursery Gamer Showdown. I was wondering why. I think he was playing for either Code 7 or Echo 8. I could be off base there, but I know he was playing for another team. But last time we saw Vice on this roster, they made it to a final. This team has been playing very well together, and it's clear that whatever it is that they're doing, the coordination is there.
I love that he had the trust there to wait for Shinobi to come through the backside with the paranoia as well. That's why he was so confident in challenging that, because he knew it was coming any second. Kaboose trying to take out it.
That's the next level paranoia right there, dude. That's like conspiracy theory tinfoil hat status. It's everywhere. I know it's here. All right, well, now mummAy again.
What I was talking about with the cyber cage to cross, mummAy has been able to find one every single time they've been working towards this A ramp. As long as they push off anybody playing at the top of it, things have been looking very good for them on this approach, but they just need to figure out a way to make that happen while everything else on the rest of the defaults is still working. They can't be getting picked like they have been over towards B and mid after this A main approach. Shinobi and Relyks are going to be up top, though. It's going to be a drone to spot anything out on this A ramp, but they backed off, so it should be pretty good. No information gathered. They're walking in through this, but Tenz is here and he's going to get FINESSEE. mummAy has to challenge him, but it's a blade storm. He dashes forward. Shinobi's up on heaven. No room to work with. Akis even falls.
Oh no. No fire in the hole. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
What a shot from Tenz. 8-2. Cloud9, keep it going. Riding high here against Together We Are Terrific. Oh, Balla.
I'd almost like to see that Omen ults maybe a little bit more in the open rather than coming from behind, because then the timing can work in favor as they all are trying to focus on the push through that A main. But alas, he's a little too late, and Tenz will just 180 you and flick you anyway, so
they had no utility to pushing through that as well, so nothing to be able to work with, like no cyber cage that could play for them. They didn't have yeah, it's just nothing. It was as dry as it could get, right? Oh no,
that was close. That was close right there. The conspiracy camera that they've been trying to take out is for Mitch to peek this angle so that he can get a tag through the smoke from Shinobi.
Oh, he's stuck. Mitch knows someone's there. He is so confident that someone's going to be there. And it pays off. It pays off big. And then Vice had his teammates back outside, and Tenz with another collateral. Oh my word, can we please stop the shenanigans, Balla?
What is going on? All of a sudden, things are falling way apart for Terrific, and Cloud9 is putting on a show. Double kill twice now with the operator. Tenz will shut it down through B Heaven as they try to make their approach through B main. I love it. The things are working so well for them. The camera approaching B main, and then they try to push through, even dashing forward with mummAy. Vice will get him wow paranoid because of the split instant that trapwire is showing on the jet. What a shot, though, from Tenz. He's going to get too aggressive and get taken out by Calypso. Calypso's going to try to follow up on Mitch, but the wall is perfectly timed. He's going to dash forward to get the res on Tenz. He has to repeat, but there's a dark cover there. The Shinobi is here too, and they're going to be able to trade this left and right.
Just Shinobi there on the pickup is the reason why Cloud9 has continued to find success round after round. Because when plays like that happen, and the confidence comes in, they do manage to get the wall, they get the res, everything comes through, right? And then they continue to rack up some more kills because they're benefiting from all the commotion that they're causing in mid. But Shinobi was just calm, waiting for that moment. He knew that he was still going to be there, and then he relished in the opportunity to shine there. This is the reason why, like, statistically on Ascent, the way that Relyks, Mitch, and Tenz were playing, why you want guys like Vice and Shinobi on your team, because they're gonna just do their jobs and have your back, and those are the best kinds of teammates to have.
It's the fundamentals, like, reigning true right there every single time. Instantly, you have the res going out. That's the cue for everybody to be like, okay, he calms it. I'm going to go res Tenz. Boom, wall comes down. But Shinobi's like, okay, I have to be there to be able to back you up so that not only I can defend against the wall coming down, not only can I try to delay them until Tenz is back up, but then we have the crossfire because they're going to rush in to try to grab that. That's the fundamentals at its best. Crossfires and the communication working out in spades here for Cloud9.
Well, now we go into our next half here, and Relyks is already going to start with a kill. mummAy's waiting for this push-up. Kaboose actually gets some tags with the satchel. Tenz is going to be to his left, but he's not able to locate that kill because he was through the cloud burst, and then Tenz with two. Maybe he can get another one here. He was on his slow orb. Oh, you hate to see he was on the slow orb. That was very well placed by the... that right there, man. Again, it's just the confidence of Tenz. They're always looking to refrag for each other every time, and then Tenz gets two, and it's like, well, you know, job well done, man. I'm good.
Yeah. And I love that pistol round too. The quick approach to mid. They get all the way back from A ramps with their omen, and they just rush into ropes, and they make it so awkward for mummAy, who is playing at the top of this A ramps, as they come from both sides. A main ends the flank on ropes, so he has to watch tools, and then at the same time he tries to fight anybody coming out of ropes. They're playing the jiggle peek, and Tenz is already on the back line, of course, with his tailwind. I love that pistol round.
And it's difficult for me to say Terrific are quote-unquote playing bad. I just think Cloud9 are just playing unbelievable right now. I could there be things for sure that Terrific can change up? But mummAy's been doing his job. He's been getting those early frags, right, quickly. He's been doing everything that's necessary. Ooh, Finesse actually gets banged up a bit. But C9 is just, they're imposing their will on Terrific. And thus, they're not able to do anything about it. Even in this round here, just a lot of concern, every angle, as it should be. It's 11-2. Want to make any bold risks and plays. Here comes the attack now, but it's going to be Kaboose this time with the judge. Doesn't work out, but mummAy's going to be there on the flank. Only locates one with that. Tenz picked up the judge, and with Tenz owning that judge, it becomes scary for everyone else, but not for mummAy. He was dead on and managed to locate that shot. Relyks now. 1v2, 1v3, apologies. But regardless, they're there to have each other's back, and they played slow, they played trepidatious, they were concerned, and it paid off. But the clock's ticking, man.
It's the exact same that we saw in Ascent. No matter what they do, if they can mount anything, I don't know. The Ascent attacking side for Cloud9 was so good. In any case, there's the eco round win that puts a little bit of confidence in them, but
yeah.
What else is the adjustments?
Too, right? So
yeah, sure.
There is a probability that you can actually make something happen here. Actually, oh, is that a blade storm up that actually was a blade storm, updraft blade storm on top of the wall just to get the angle over sight. Interesting.
Yeah, if you're unaware, we didn't see it on the camera, but look in the top left of the map right now, you can see that little Sage wall on the other side and basically T-spawn so that he can updraft and peek over towards A ramp. Sometimes you see darts go over that so you can Hunter's Fury, smokes go over top, Viper walls, but no. This is literally just Tenz getting as high as possible to try to get a pick, and they do
Swiss
make
cheese
something
right
work. Like mummAy obviously was put off as they peek up in towards A main. Couple walls going down to delay them, but they act like they're going through and then they come right back.
Oh, big paranoia though. The Guardian, not the best gun to have in that instance because of its slow rate of fire now. Slower rate of fire, I should say. Tenz with the blade storm through it, and hey, it ends up paying off for you. Relyks though will get the better of Calypso. Headshot with the ghost. Finesse up top. If they lose this, it's match point 2v4. Finesse has to locate a kill here. It will be very challenging. Also on the other side, Akis is primed for a moment. Two players are going to be fragging for each other by the corner. There goes Akis, actually gets one. They now know where Finesse is going to be located, and he could not secure the kill. And now Cloud9 are going to be a match point, series point here, ball up, one step to the grand finals.
We are going to have Cloud9 in the grand finals for sure. I'm pretty, after this one, 12-3. So
Hot
little
take
chance
there,
here.
Hot take.
Very spicy. 12-3. This is ridiculous for Cloud9. You said a lot. We've sung their praises left and right. It's not even like, it's just, there's a lot of impressive things. And you said maybe there's not even some things that Terrific can even do against this. Some improvements obviously need to be made, but how? Even on its defense, how? Like, they're doing things that I haven't even seen. The dash over, for example, to take out mummAy in the first round, or in that last round. Now they have the guns. Dash forward through the trapwire. FNS has to win this, and he doesn't. Tenz is there with the Spectre right in his face, getting across the angles that his teammates was hoping for. Akis is going to get a wall through, though, and possibly take out Tenz. Yes, behind him, he's got to look now.
Yeah, they were actually all blocked away. That was a really smart play with the wall there, preventing them from being able to shoot. He knew that he had the coverage, and he could just try and punish the two players that are going to be tucked away in the back of the base. Looking for Kaboose now. Yes, this judge. It has been revealed, and there is no way Relyks is going to want to take that fight. He'll take that one gladly.
How things can change in an instant. Calypso, though, coming around the corner. We'll take him. Obviously, they knew where he was already. I think up to Akis now, who does have a Vandal. He lost a little HP, so his heal now down. Mitch has a wall that he might opt to actually block him off, but no. That's how they choose to do it. It's nice ult to scouts. And he's actually going to get sent back. The player playing in hell, but they got into information, and now they reposition. Not enough time for them to actually pounce on that because of how far away he was.
This is still winnable. This angle from Vice could be the demise of Together We Are Terrific. They're going to come through here. That's one. Now looking for one more, and this is it. It boils down to it. Cloud9 one step, but Calypso trying to keep this one going, but Vice is the one to get the final kill, and Cloud9 are going to the finals.
And an improvement on the last map that we saw, 13-3 on this split. That was dominant. That was everything that we wanted to see from Cloud9. Fundamentals, team play, not just Tenz showing up. In this one, we had Vice, too, in addition to Mitch. Relyks, who was popping off last game, and Shinobi was ever so much the support in this game, playing